Well, hi everyone. Sorry, we got it a little bit late today as well. Again, I'm actually on site in Brisbane. We came here, had 3 days of great meetings with developers, architects, and builders, and a lot of partners that we are looking to, collaborate with, work with, or are working with, to develop some projects in Brisbane. Now, at the risk of, I'm totally out here in James Street Market, a great market, great seafood, fresh food, all kinds of stuff going around. Now, at the risk of people think that I'm a little crazy talking to a phone this way, I'm gonna bring you guys just for a little walk around the market, just to show you a little bit before we settle down at a cafe and we go a little bit more detail into the market on its own. Now, okay, I'm going to switch the camera around so they don't see my face. There you go. Right, this is James Street Market. Now, got somebody here. Now you see Fish and Co. Now this is where we got, we get all our sushis. Every time the team is here, we would actually bump him, get one of the freshest sushi around this place. So this is the market with lovely produce, dairy products and fruits. I'm getting strange stares already, but so I'll make it quick. Now, right. So this is where we usually hang out, the cafe, to do a lot of meetings other than the office, with, of course, with a lot of our partners and all. So I'm going to go right in, sit in there, so I can have a proper conversation with all of you while having a coffee. Right. And I'm going to look for a corner that, yeah, right here. Okay. Right. Hi everyone. I hope you're all good. Right. I'm just making sure that nobody can hear me and think that I'm crazy talking to a phone this way. But it's been a great 3 days. We have been out here going to sites, looking at developments, looking at the opportunities that are there, looking at the growth of the Brisbane market, and overall we've been very happy. I mean, some of you who are on our website, on our Facebook, will find that we have quite a bit of updates about Brisbane. The infrastructure spending is great. The city is growing rather well, and the number of projects. I'm not talking about residential projects. That has been curtailed somewhat by the bank's tightening of the lending. But when we talk about the infrastructure projects, we are talking about some of the facilities, amenities that are coming up, the train stations, the transport options, and the highways, and all that is being put in place over here. And you find that Queensland is growing. Southeast Queensland is growing tremendously. The guys here are upbeat about the growth potential. Yes, it's a little bit of a hiccup with the bank's lending, coming to a stalling in a sense, and some of the developers are holding back their projects. But everybody knows that the demand is there. There's solid demand. There is solid growth in this city, and that will only get better as the years goes by. Now, as Sydney and Melbourne come to a bit of a pause, we are expecting a lot of good things to come out of Brisbane. Now, Sydney and Melbourne, as you know, are facing a lot of foreigner duties, stamp duties changes, and that has made buying there rather difficult for foreigners. And Brisbane has now sort of taken over as this city of, which people favors to invest, and the same with Perth. So that's going to be an interesting change. I won't talk about that too much today, but if you were to go to our website, look for the event that's happening this next Wednesday, I think. if I'm not wrong. Please check the details on our Facebook page. We're going to have an Australian market update where we'll talk about a variety of things, including currency, market, the shift in terms of the investor market, the shift in terms of the property market, as well as what's the outlook. Aussie dollar has gone up to 106 now, rather strong on the back of the great data coming out of China. Those are the things that we want to know why and how. Is it sustainable? Is Aussie dollar going to hit about 110? And how would that impact investors? How would that impact the market on the overall? So join us for the Aussie market update. If you haven't signed up, please do. Again, you can find the details on our Facebook page, one of the events. And we will post up the link later under comments as well, so that you can just access it in a bit. Now, apart from all that, one of the wonderful things that we want to announce and share with you guys is that RunningStream has gone from residential investments to to a lot of different assets. Now recently, as you know, we've been on a crazy just explosive pace to grow the company. We are opening our office in KL, JB, Hong Kong, as well as in we are looking at Guangzhou as well. So that's going to happen over the next 6 months. 6 to 8 months, around there. Now, as we do that, you're going to find that the business is going to expand. The range of clients is going to change, and one of the things that we've been embarking on, and some of you might not know, some of you have who have kept in touch with us will be well aware, but for those who do not know, we have been engaging ourselves into developments and collective acquisitions. Developments being, we have actually got a team on the ground in Brisbane as well as Melbourne that's doing Australian development. Now we focus on small developments, small projects. It's kind of growing, but we still focus on the small to mid-sized ones. Delivery time of 18 to 24 months, and we get our investors into developing, be it like 20 apartments, developing, let's say, 15 townhouses, or developing a what do you call that, service apartment as well. So that is happening in Australia. Now the good news is, end of next week I'll be traveling to UK, and we'll be looking at service apartments out in the UK as well. And those are interesting asset classes that we. As most of you all know, when it comes to RunningStream, we are very careful when it comes to structure. When it comes to making sure that we deliver products and deliver options and solutions that is well secured, that puts our clients' interests and security at the heart of it, and that's what we're going to do. Now, in Australia, particularly in Brisbane, we have been engaged in right now we're putting in the bids for our third and fourth project. We've done 2 projects so far. One is 20 apartments out in Ascot, which is a fantastic suburb out in near the racecourse, near the Hamilton area. Ascot is one of the premium blue chip suburbs, and the project is now available, in fact, for acquisition by our investors, but most of the marketing focus is really on local buyers. And for those who would like more information about such projects, feel free to contact us or our consultants as well. But another project is Warringah. We are doing a couple of townies. We call it townies over here, basically townhouses. Large size townhouses, which are very well priced in the market, and we expect those to be pretty well received in the market as well. And for that one, we just got our development approval just yesterday, and it's a good to go, and the marketing should commence shortly. And those are all the things that's happening in RunningStream that has made the journey very interesting. I mean, with all of your support, we have been able to move the company much beyond our what we started out to be. And these developments are available. We have been available to investors, in a sense, not just to purchase those units, but if you're interested and you think you have the capacity as well as the appetite to participate in developments, we're more than happy to talk to you. And we now got a team on the ground that is able to explain to you how this structure works, how the system works. So, you know, and if you're interested, you can jump on the bandwagon as well, and we show you how we consolidate the investments together to do developments. And that's perhaps for some who are familiar with real estate development, who have been investing in property for a while now, this could be your next level, next you know, part of a journey. Especially if you find that TDSR and age perhaps is constraining your investment options. And that's very exciting. And now out in the UK, as I mentioned, we are also embarking on a service apartment model. And one of the reasons why is we are starting to see a lot of movements, a lot of intensity in the hospitality market out in the UK. Not in London, but in regional UK. And the reason for that is largely because of the low pound, as well as the government's effort to diversify investments and developments in terms of economic developments beyond London into its regionals, especially up north. And that is why we are seeing a lot of momentum in the hospitality market, and that's another area that we'll be getting into, and that will be done through collective acquisitions. We'll look for assets which we can improve on, which we think we can add value, and grab those assets as investments, getting, you know, a couple of investors or a group of investors into those assets, enhance the value, strategize around it, and you know, put up the management strategies and all to actually drive the investment along for our investors, and over time grow the value and then put it back on the market and actualize the returns for the investors. Now, take note that these collective investments will be more in the range of between 3 to 5 years or longer. Generally more long term, and they do generate significant yield, interesting yield. So those are things that you want to take note. So that's what we are doing in the UK as well. But I would, you know, for those who are keen to find out more about how we do our development works, how do we do our collective acquisition work, and you are open to explore those as investment options, you know, get to us. Feel free to comment on this video, and our guys will be in touch with you and share with you how that works. Now, as you know, and you realize by now, we do not do hard sales. We just present the option. You decide whether that's your cup of tea, and you decide whether that's suitable for your consumption. All right. Now, I'm going to go quickly and, you know, share with you a little bit about the stuff that is happening in Brisbane as well. You know, just swinging back to the Brisbane market, is one of the things that we have always said about Brisbane is always behind the cycle of Sydney, is always behind the cycle of Melbourne. Now, one of the things that the reason why I'm here during this period of time, other than, you know, meeting up all my architects, all my builders and all, one of the key reasons I'm here is because now, Melbourne in 1st July just took off its stamp duty savings. Sydney up it's going to up its duties, foreigner duties, quite a bit. And both markets are now stalling in certain ways. Developers are looking to pause their project, and developers are doing a lot of stock dumping because largely it becomes very difficult to sell. And we do see some opportunities in there if they are dumping, but the problem is the tax and duties could be a little bit too high. To be honest, we are searching in those markets. We are looking at Sydney, we are looking at Melbourne, we are looking for opportunities that might be of value for our investors. But at this point in time, when we look at the tax, it's still pretty high. So I'm not expecting to bring anything in the next 3 to 6 months. The developers are not dropping their prices yet, simply because they are not sure what's the impact. Now, when the impact gets more severe, we do expect them to lower their prices and offer certain discounts and incentives. That might be a time when it's worth it for us to get in. But here's the thing, Brisbane is behind them in this entire price cycle. In this entire price uplift, Brisbane hasn't seen a significant growth, and I think what we anticipate is that with Brisbane not increasing its stamp or foreigner duties, a lot of attention, a lot of investor interest is going to be shifted onto Brisbane. And indeed, that happened in 1st July. I'm here this week simply to find out from our partners whether that is happening, and it is true. But one of the constraints is that they are looking for projects from developers who are a little bit more reputable, who have especially if they have started construction. And those are details that we will share a little bit more during our event this coming week. But you'll find that the investor interest and investor attention is starting to turn back to Brisbane, and I think we have been on the right track when it comes to Brisbane. The last few, for those who have engaged with us, you have heard us talk non-stop, emphasizing, just grunting, nagging every investor about getting into the townhouse market in Brisbane. And indeed it is so. Not just across Brisbane, but across entire Australia, townhouse is becoming a very valuable commodity. And I think that is the trend going forward, especially for Brisbane. Townhouses near the city, within 5 to 10 clicks of the vicinity of the city, is going to see extremely good growth, especially with all the infrastructure developments, with the city becoming more and more attractive. That is going to drive a tremendous amount of value to those townhouses. And we do see that, hey, and some of you might have seen some of the articles that we post on Facebook, which you can see that, hey, we are so happy and so excited for some of the investors who have, listened to us, gone into the Brisbane market, especially the townhouse market, if not the, the apartment market at a great value as well. We are excited for the kind of uplift that we're going to see. So watch this space. We will be posting more articles, and as you over the next 6, 12 or 24 months, you're going to see quite a bit of things happening in Brisbane. Now, people are starting to look at me with wondering what I'm doing here, so I shan't continue too long, but just a big hi from Brisbane, and I hope you're having a great Friday, and here's wishing all of you a great weekend as well. And we will end this broadcast now. I look forward to discussing more of y'all about the Brisbane market, about the Australian market, and how you can take advantage of it when I'm back next week in Singapore. Right, take care, and we'll hope to see every one of you in our office sometime soon. Right, bye-bye.